The Earth's radius is approximately 3,959 miles wide, holding a population of about 7.4 billion. That's a lot of people, and with each person comes things, items, and just flat out junk. Me and my group are here to tell you about a new way to live. The people that see past this, people that see past the material possessions. Welcome to minimalism.
According to vocabulary.com, when you call a person a minimalist, you're describing their interest in keeping things very simple. A minimalist prefers the minimal amount or degree of something. So our group took this definition, and now we're at a Parker to meet up with some minimalists to ask them some questions and seek to find the real meaning behind the word minimalism.
So I guess the definition is live a meaningful life, right? And do less is more. And I've always kind of lived like that. I didn't come upon this until maybe a year ago, and I was just surprised that there's an actual group of people that kind of live and think the way that I do.
No and yes. I would say growing up, I always had what I needed. And I was very happy with whatever I needed. You know, it was great. Maybe like movies and TV shows once in a while, yeah. But for the most part, I had everything I needed, and I was always happy, according to my parents. And so when I had told them a couple years ago, when I formally labeled myself as a minimalism, they're like, dude, you're already a minimalist, just calm down. Like, you don't have to put a label on yourself. We already knew that you don't need much. Mm-hmm. You know, you didn't need as many clothes as, you know, your three sisters. You didn't need as much stuff. Ooh, very good question. That's again, it all depends on the person, but for the most part, I think the one thing would be with shopping. We can just see that all already with malls and with going on shopping sprees and all these different activities.
After getting finished with the local interviews, we wanted to go beyond the locals, so I decided to reach out to my uncle, who's an event and promotional marketing manager, which leads him to a lot of traveling, either on a local or global scale.
Now, with the line of work I do, it's very important to focus on details. Details are very important. And to me, by living a minimalist lifestyle, I'm able to better do that. I believe that things that a person can own and possess, they demand your time and attention. They're not real, like human beings, of course, but they're things, they're objects, whether it be a car, an apartment, a nice stereo system, extra nice clothing. And each of these things requires your attention in some way or another. For example, things break down, they need repair, they need tending to. You need to learn how to operate certain ones. Each of those things demands your attention and time. As a minimalist, you try to minimalize and get less things in order to better focus on where your time and energy and talents go. And so for me, that benefits me for, let's say, for work, because with work, then I can focus on really what's important. For my own personal life, I can do the exact same thing. I can focus on what I actually find to be the most rewarding. In my case, let's say international travel. I love international travel. So by not having to worry about, let's say, tending to a really nice gym equipment that I bought the other day, let's say, then I can focus better on planning my next trip somewhere, or learning about a culture of where I want to go to, or reading a book of something I find more interesting. Again, everything I find that we possess demands somewhat of our time and attention to some degree. By having fewer things, that only means you have more time and attention to devote elsewhere. And if done right, you can do that to things that mean the most to you, or that you find to be of highest priority.
From the beginning to the end, I felt my team and I have learned a lot from this certain group of people and how they live. Once we started our interviewing process, researching, and going into depth on the subculture, we discovered that minimalism truly has no requirements or limits. While interviewing the people, we realized everyone was different in their own minimalistic way. What my group took from that is there is no exact way to define minimalism down to a specific thing or term. It's such a broad spectrum that one definition cannot define it. While digging deeper in this ethnography, we learned the true meaning of minimalism, and we are better for it.